All right, everybody, we are going back to talk about tricks. Yes, everybody, welcome back. As per the introduction, I'm going back into this channel and I'm going to be talking about the Talk About Tricks section. As you may have saw by the introduction, we're going to be talking about the June 2010 issue of Magic Magazine's Talk About Tricks section. That is the one with Kaylin and Ginger on it. Two of my favorite illusionists. I don't really like illusionists too much, but I really do like Kaylin and Ginger. The first trick that Joshua talks about in this is a trick called Kick Me by a gentleman named Brett Bishop. I haven't really heard too much stuff about this gentleman. I know that he's from the UK, but basically the effect is that a card is selected. On the back it's written Kick Me. It appears on the the magician's back. Then the card is lost back into the pack, and then it appears on the spectator's back. I like the idea of it. However, I do think that you need to be very careful of it, only because certain audiences might take offense to that, especially in today's day and age with everything. But I think that it could be something that could be really practical. It's easy to do. It's not a lot of sleight of hand, and it does use a gimmick, but not a hard gimmick to find. The next trick that is talked about is a quarter through shirt. It's done by a gentleman named Rick Lax. For those of you that are already into magic, you may or may not know of Mr. Lax. He has put out a lot of products. He is a fuller of Penn and Teller, and this is something that he came out with. It's very easy, and I want to show you guys a performance of me doing it. So here we go. So here's something cool. If you take a coin that's signed like a quarter, the cool part is that in your shirt there's actually a little hole area right there that not too many people know about. The manufacturing companies actually put that in there for ventilation. I'll show you what I mean. It's really cool. So if you take the coin, you place it underneath of your shirt, all you have to do is that you can hold on to the coin right there. You can actually see it right there. What you do is that you take it, and with your other hand you go right through and pluck it right through that hole that I was telling you about. And again, same signature, that's that signed coin. It's pretty cool. So again, that was quarter through shirt. Nothing complicated, really easy to do. You can do it at any time. It is an impromptu trick, so I do like that. That is the impromptu trick on here. What you do is, again, you just take it, you pull the quarter right through the shirt. They can actually see the quarter that you're holding right there, and then you just take it and you pluck it right through your shirt. I do feel like the effect would work better if you wear a light colored shirt. I just didn't feel like running upstairs, changing and dirtying a whole new shirt. So, but I do love this. This is a great effect, easy to do, impromptu, so gets a thumbs up from me. This next trick that's in here is something called Banded Sandwich. I'm going to play a video of me doing it while I'm talking about it. Basically, the idea is that you take a packet, two jokers that are wrapped in a rubber band. You place it down on the table, you place it onto the deck of cards. You take the rubber band off. You show that it's two jokers. You close the packet back up, put the rubber band back around it, put that down onto the table. Then you have the spectator pick a card. They can go ahead and it can be a signed card, so it's not a duplicate. They do sign the card. You can go ahead, put the card back into the middle of the deck. Show the top card so that it's not the top card. That goes into the middle. You pick up the two jokers again that are wrapped in the rubber band. Place that back onto the deck. Show the rubber band is on the front, that the rubber band is on the back. And then you take the packet, you take the rubber band off, and then inside of the rubber band is the signed selected card. Again, can be signed. I like the trick. It's very knacky. It does require a gimmick. The gimmick is easy to make, but there has to be a lot of alignment issues. Everything has to line up perfect. Also with the rubber band, it has to be a very specific rubber band. I tried using the Joe Rindfleisch rubber bands while I was doing it, and those were not a good fit because they didn't fit around the card perfectly, so I had to, as you can see, double them up. and in doubling them up, that made things a little bit more difficult for me. I'm not saying that it's a bad trick. I'm just saying that it is very knacky, and you have to be very, very specific and precise with it while you are performing it. I have not taken this out into the public. I do think that this is something that would be good for like an Instagram video or a YouTube short, something like that. But I feel like it has its positives and it has its negatives. It's just something that you would have to play around with and see if you personally like it. The next trick on here is something called the snap transposition, and this is by a gentleman named Greg Chapman. I love this trick. This trick is the trick of the issue, and I'm going to show you a quick performance of me doing it real quick. Here we go. So this is really cool. What you do is that you take out the 4 aces, all right? What you can do is that you take the 2 red cards and the 2 black cards, you separate them, you ask somebody which color they want. If they say that they want the red card, that's fine. What you do is that you take the 1 red card, you place the 1 red card into your pocket. You should take the other red card, you place it in between the 2 black cards. Then all you have to do is take it and give it a shake. Then it becomes the black card actually in between the 2 red cards. And then inside of your pocket is the other black card. It's pretty cool. Not really too sure how it works, but it's really fun. This is the trick that I was actually going around doing, performing for people at Magi Fest. It got great reviews. Everybody seemed to like it just because of the visual of the red card changing to the black card or the black card changing to the red card in midair during the shake. It's a great trick. I love it. Again, trick of the issue. Definitely something to check out. Just the transposition in between the sandwiched cards. I really did love it. 2 thumbs up for me. It's only a 3-star rating on difficulty. It does require pretty much 2 moves, and that's it. So definitely something to take a look at. And the last trick that was on here is something called 3 dice down. 3 dice down is something that I would imagine would work great at a bar if you had a big crowd around you. Basically, let me explain the effect to you. The effect is that the magician looks over 3 spectators and jots down a prediction on a piece of paper. The prediction is isolated throughout the effect. Next, the magician asks 3 spectators to each cut to a packet of cards from a deck that they've got, and then he says, "I got an invisible die for each of you." The magician mimes the action of tossing the invisible dice to his helpers. "I want you to roll the invisible dice. Whatever number you roll, count that number of cards quietly on the table and turn over the next card." All 3 spectators comply, and then all 3 cards match the prediction that you wrote down. This is really easy. I'm not going to give away the method. I'm going to give away the method a little bit. It is a specially prepared deck, but I think that the effect is going to outweigh the method. Something really nice. I have done something like this before. It works all the time. It is mind-blowing. Going to be great for a group of people. And it's only 1-star difficulty. So if it sounds like it's something that interests you, definitely worth checking out the issue. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for taking your time watching this issue of Talk About Tricks with me. I hope that you enjoyed this. I'm really looking to get back into these. I love reading these and exploring things that I haven't checked out in a while, and I hope you guys do too. Until next time, I'm Chaz Barber. I'll catch you later.